What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse Mentality podcast. I'm your host. I'm Caitlin Kenneth Smith, and today we're going solo. It's been a while, actually, since I've done a solo episode. I've really been focusing a lot more on bringing people on to give you guys just more value, really, and to be able to tell other people's stories, whether it be of them building a business or them just being human and doing incredible things in their life and showing you that no matter what happens, you can do really whatever you want so long as you never quit on yourself. But today, I had a little bit of a scheduling mishap. So today, at this time, I was supposed to be recording with somebody from a company that you will later find out on a future episode when we finally do get that in. But some stuff came up. They weren't able to make it. Somebody else I tried to get in, they weren't able to make it, so we're going to make that happen next week. So more guests are coming, so you don't have to just listen to me talking to myself. But today, I wanted to talk a little bit about a topic that always comes up. I've been a coach and a trainer for about 12 years now, and I still work with a lot of different people from all different realms with all different goals. But the majority of the people that I work with, they're either athletes or they're trying to lose body fat. So they're general population people, normal people like yourself, who are just trying to lose body fat, be healthier, live a happier, healthier life, and be more confident in who they are. And really, at the end of the day, a lot of it does have to do with becoming more mentally strong by doing hard things, becoming more confident, and just being able to step into their own best version of themselves. And that's really what I focus on with my coaching. It's not just nutrition. It's not just fitness. It's not just training. It's not just supplements. It's not just the health, the physical health side of things. A lot of it does have to do with the mindset and the mental health, because the reality is all of us know what's healthy. All of us know that I should be working out X amount of times a week. I probably should strength train. I should probably walk a little bit more. I should probably not go to the fast food restaurants. I should probably pick, the steak and the chicken over the nuggets and the burger. But for some reason, we continue to make those decisions that take us further away from where we want to go. And I can relate to this on a different aspect. So currently, and I've shared this very vocally, I am in the process of trying to repair my relationship with food that I destroyed when I had an eating disorder. And being an athlete and being somebody who's trying to perform at a high level every single day in order to be on this journey to become a competitive CrossFit athlete, I have to fight myself every day, fight my thoughts, fight my past. And recently, those thoughts, my past, those things have been winning. And at the end of the day, it's me self-sabotaging myself. And I understand that, but I know that it's easier said than done to just flip a switch and change. So today, I really wanted to focus on why you're not losing weight. And you can think of this as why I'm not gaining weight, why I'm not performing better, even though you're doing all of the right things. So why you're not losing weight, even though you're eating less and doing more. But you can translate this into, and use all the mindset tactics that I'm going to talk about, and translate it into whatever journey you're on. So whether it's even not related to fitness and nutrition, because all of this stuff carries over to real life. So why your business isn't growing, even though you're putting in the hours and doing everything right, and you're bashing your head against the wall. What could you potentially be missing? And that's where I want to start. So if you're eating less, doing more cardio, tracking all of your food perfectly, and you're still not losing weight, this episode is specifically for you. But like I said, it can carry over and you can use the same mindset tactics into all areas of your life. And if you're not somebody who's in this position, share this episode with somebody who is in this position who needs to hear it. Because I know that we all know somebody in our life who always goes to the gym, always hits the treadmill, looks the fucking same, and then complains about how they're not seeing results, even though they're just eating lettuce. We all know that person in our life. And I have multiple clients who have come to me and they are like in the mindset of, I'm doing cardio, I'm doing these things, I'm strength training occasionally, I'm tracking my food perfectly, but I'm still not seeing results. Why? What's happening? Like the scale goes down and then I have one weekend where I eat a little bit more and I miss one workout and then the scale just jumps right back up. Or I'm doing great. I'm hitting my macros perfectly. I'm doing the workouts. I go on vacation for a week and I come back and I'm 15 pounds heavier. Why does this happen? And how can we stop this cycle that you're stuck in? So today we're going to talk about why your body isn't broken, because that's the truth. And it's the truth that not a lot of people want to accept. They think that they're different. They think that they're the snowflake. They think that everybody else is fine with it this way, but something's wrong with me. It must be my hormones, or I'm just built different. And it could have something to do with your hormones. I don't want to ignore the fact that hormones do play a factor here. But for the majority of people, your hormone profile could be fixed if you make these changes and you stop restricting and you stop doing too much activity and you actually start focusing on becoming stronger and fueling your body appropriately and reducing stress. So you're stuck in this cycle, and that cycle is built on fear, misinformation, and the wrong kind of hard work. Hard work is important. You have to work hard if you want to get anything in life that's worth having. We all know that. But there's a difference between intentional hard work and just hard work for the sake of hard work. There's a difference between somebody who's going to the gym and lifting weights with full intent, really focusing on feeling the muscle, really pushing themselves with the weight, with the reps, with the load, versus somebody who's just going in there and destroying their body 60 minutes on a bike or on a treadmill. There's a huge difference there. And today we're going to talk about the real reason why you're not seeing results, not just physically, but mentally. Because remember, this is the Powerhouse Mentality podcast for a reason. So we're going to break this down into 3 parts: the mindset that's keeping you trapped, the limiting beliefs you're probably carrying without even realizing it, and the physical strategies that actually move the needle. So let's start with the mindset trap, because I truly believe that mindset is the foundation to everything. And I use this example all the time. I could give you the perfect workout program, the perfect nutrition program. And I say perfect, and I'm putting air quotes around perfect because there is no perfect, but we'll say the most ideal nutrition program and the most ideal training program for you. But if you're not in the mindset to actually stick with it consistently and put in your full effort and intent, then it's not going to work out for you. The best workout program isn't better than whatever you can do consistently. So you need to be in the right mindset to be able to do that. So we've all been conditioned to believe, when it comes to food, that less is better. Less food, less rest, less time for yourself. But your body doesn't reward restriction. It doesn't reward deprivation. It responds to consistency, and it responds to nourishment. It responds to you giving your body the appropriate tools that it needs to build adequate muscle tissue. All right, because muscle is the quote unquote secret to sustainable fat loss and longevity. My biggest takeaway from all of my episodes that focus on training and nutrition and earning results is that muscle is the foundation. Muscle allows you to burn more calories at rest. Muscle allows you to burn more body fat. Muscle allows you to live longer, more prosperous life. And it helps you regulate blood sugar better. It's literally the organ of longevity. For a lot of people, hard work has become punishment. And you associate effort with earning permission to eat instead of earning strength or earning health. So you're measuring your worth in how much you suffer, not how much you grow. And the truth is that people who get lasting results aren't doing more. They're doing what works. They're doing better with what they're doing, and they do it long enough to allow it to pay off. Now, how many times have you started a program? Say it's January 1st and you're like, this is my year. I'm gonna get in shape this year. So I'm gonna start this new diet. I'm gonna do keto for some reason. And I'm gonna go to the gym 6 days a week. Sounds great on paper. But now you're 2 weeks deep. You feel like trash. because you're restricting yourself so much and you're burning yourself out and the scale's not moving. So you just say, well, fuck it. It's not even working. So why even try? So I'm just going to go back to doing what I was doing because I'm seeing the same results and I feel less restricted that way. What I need you to understand is that nutrition and fitness should improve your life, period, end of story. Are there going to be times where it's going to be difficult? Yeah, that's the point. You can do hard things. And doing hard things in the gym, in training, that teaches you how to become more resilient in all areas of your life. The more adversity that I face in the gym, the more adversity I'm able to overcome in real life. The more discomfort that you put yourself through intentionally, the more discomfort you can handle that is thrust upon you, because we all know in life, there's going to be discomfort. So this isn't just about the physical, right? It's about the mental when it comes to doing hard things, pushing yourself in workouts, and keeping the commitments that you make to yourself, really. There was a recent study that came out that showed that exercise intervention is 1.5 times more effective for treating anxiety and depression compared to medicine and compared to therapy. Let that sink in. It doesn't just have everything to do with, oh, you're putting on muscle, that's better for your body, hormone profile's better. It also has something to do with you did hard things, you showed yourself you can do that. So now you're less anxious and depressed because you're keeping commitments you make to yourself, you're not putting shit off, and you're doing the tough thing. But a lot of people start taking this a little bit too seriously where they say, well, oh, I had a bad day, I'm feeling sad, so I'm going to just destroy myself in a workout. That's okay if it happens occasionally, but if you continue to punish yourself thinking that that's going to get you into the body that you want, you will never get there. I had to have this conversation with a client last week. He messaged me and he was like, I did this workout. It was 500 calorie bike, 500 calorie row. And I said to him, look, I'm proud of you for getting a workout in, but did you do that because you wanted to do that? Or did you do that because you felt that you needed to punish yourself? And he said, it was punishment. I felt like shit that morning. I felt like I wasn't good enough. And so I just decided, hell, why not just suffer? Again, nothing wrong with doing that occasionally. But if your whole foundation of seeing results is built on you hating yourself into a better body, it's not going to work. You have to change your perspective. You have to reframe these thoughts from, I hate myself, so I'm going to work out, to I love myself so much that I want to become the best version of myself, and I want to be healthier, and I want to live longer, and I want to show up better for the people in my life. That's why I'm going to work out, because it makes me feel better, not just physically, but mentally. So if your goal is to look strong, feel powerful, and actually change your body, you have to stop trying to shrink yourself to that. And for those of you out there who are like, oh, well, I just want to be toned, I just want to be lean, that is how you get lean. You cannot be lean without muscle tissue. And you cannot build muscle tissue eating like a rabbit and running like a gerbil on a fucking wheel. It's not how that works. Muscle tissue needs certain things to stimulate growth. It needs muscle protein synthesis to be triggered. You do that through protein intake. You do that through strength training. When your body is given strength training, it starts to send adaptations through your body to say, hey, we need to get better at this activity, so let's get stronger. That's like the very simple way to put it. When you're feeding your body protein, the amino acids in there, if you're getting all of the essential amino acids, are going to trigger muscle protein synthesis, which is going to help you build muscle tissue. But it's not just protein. We need carbs for fuel, and carbs are protein sparing, meaning they help to prevent muscle breakdown. Fats are absolutely important for hormone health, for cognitive health, for reducing inflammation. You need all of these things. And I think that so many people get so fixated on the protein number that they forget, like, oh yeah, we need carbs and fats as well. So it's not just about eating enough protein, it's about eating enough, period. And for a lot of you, you might be in a position where, you eat 1,600 calories a day. And if you eat 1,700, all of a sudden the scale's going up. First, it's probably water, because 100 calories a day isn't going to cause you to gain body fat. But why is your body so sensitive? And it's because you don't have enough muscle tissue. So the second thing, part 2, I want to identify the limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, because it kind of goes right into that. So the goal here is I want to identify and dismantle the lies that drive this cycle that you're stuck in. So here's some of the 4 most common beliefs that I see. 1, if I eat more, I'll gain weight. 2, cardio is the fastest way to burn fat. 3, I just need more discipline. And 4, if I take a rest day, I'll lose progress. So let's break each one of these down and then give you a reframe that you can use for each one. So if I eat more, I'll gain weight. This belief comes from fear, not science. Because the majority of you who are listening to this, I know that you know that if you ate significantly more every day, you would gain weight. That's just how fucking science works. You eat more than you're burning, you're going to put on weight. But this belief specifically comes from fear, not science, because most people trying to lose weight have trained their body to survive on less, not thrive on more. When you chronically undereat, your body isn't burning fat, it's preserving energy, similar to if we're in a recession. You're not going to keep spending. You're going to conserve because you don't know when you're going to get more. So your metabolism adapts, and this is absolutely normal. It's what your metabolism is supposed to do. Your metabolism is not broken. You don't need to fix it. It's doing its job. People start to get into this, I want to almost call it like a trendy, like marketing ploy that people put on social media. Like, your metabolism is broken. And it's like, oh no, my metabolism's broken. Let me give you all of my money so you can coach me and fix my metabolism. No, your metabolism's fine. All right, listen to me. Your metabolism is doing what it's supposed to do. When it's given less, it downshifts because you're giving it less. So it just adapts to what you give it. Hunger cues get a little bit distorted, and your performance begins to tank. And when you're not able to perform in your workouts, you're not pushing yourself, you're going to burn less calories, you're not going to put enough damage on the muscle to actually create adaptation, you're going to see less results. So eating more doesn't automatically make you gain fat. Just like eating less doesn't automatically make you lose weight. What matters is how intentional you're being with what you're eating and why you're doing it. When you start to fuel your body properly, you hit your protein goal, you're supporting hormones with healthy fats, and you're using carbs to power and recover from your workouts, your metabolism starts firing again. It's kind of like adding fuel to that fire. You sleep better, which helps your hormones. You train harder, you recover faster, and your body becomes more willing to let go of fat because it no longer feels unsafe. And that's really just your hormone shifting, right? Cortisol doesn't necessarily cause you to gain body fat, but it allows you to hold on to water, and it can downregulate certain hormones that can help you burn fat more efficiently. So you're not gaining weight because you ate more food one day. You're gaining strength, muscle, and a metabolism that actually works. That's how I want you to reframe it. You're not gaining weight because you ate more food. You're gaining strength, muscle, and a metabolism that actually works, because you can't build a stronger body while you're starving it. Now, cardio, and actually, before we get into the second one, I do want to give you guys a little bit of a general baseline of, well, okay, cool, that sounds good, but how many calories should I be eating? Number one, every single person is different. If I tell you to eat as many calories as me, you'll probably lose weight for some people. You might gain weight for some other people. You might stay the same. Everybody's different. But for a general guideline, what I have my clients do when they first come to me is I have them track for 10 to 14 days without trying to impress me, because I need to understand how much they're eating. They need to understand how much they're eating now that they're weighing their food and actually looking at it. And we need to see how the body responds, not just with scale, but with photos, measurement, to see, okay, how close are we to maintenance? Did we not gain any weight? Did we stay the same? Cool. Then this is your maintenance calories. And if we want to start ticking it up through a reverse diet, which is generally what I need to do for every single person, because most people come to me not eating anywhere near enough, and they've been stuck in that restrict binge cycle for so long. I think that that's the best way to do it, is to figure out how much you're eating, track it 10 to 14 days, don't try to impress anybody, and be honest, weighing everything out, not guesstimating, because guesstimating is bullshit, and see where you're at. And see how your body's responding. If you really are just like, nah, just give me numbers, cool. If you want to lose body fat, generally I would start at multiplying your goal weight by 12, your weight by 12. And that's how many calories you need on a daily basis. And then hit 1 gram per pound of your body weight or goal body weight if you have over 60 pounds to lose. So take your body weight, multiply it by 12, and give yourself a range. So if that number comes out to 2,200, then I would say, hey, let's aim for 2,100 to 2,300, because 100 calories up or down isn't going to kill you. And a lot of people think if they don't hit that specific 2,200 calorie goal, that they fail and then they stop. So giving yourself a range is a lot more flexible for a lot of people. Same thing goes for protein. If you want to hit 200 grams of protein, aim for 190 to 210. It ain't that serious. You're going to be okay. But this is where I really recommend having somebody, a coach, who isn't going to bring emotions into it. Because even for myself, I have a nutrition coach and I have somebody who does my programming. And my nutrition coach, I don't know where I'd be without her, because I would emotionally talk myself out of a lot of things that I know I need to do. So belief number 2 is that cardio is the fastest way to burn fat. Now, cardio burns calories while you're doing it. Strength training teaches your body how to burn more calories on its own. So strength training continues to burn calories after. The cardio-only mindset comes from the illusion of the immediate feedback. You sweat, your watch says you burned 400 calories, and it feels productive. But long-term, you're teaching your body to actually become more efficient at that activity and to burn less over time. So if somebody's running 3 miles every single day, and on day 1, they burned 300 calories, on day 30, they're probably burning more like 200 to 150. And the reason for that is because their body is teaching itself to become more effective at that exercise, just like it would with strength training. But with strength training, when you're teaching your body to become more effective at it, it builds muscle, and muscle requires more energy to maintain. So you burn more calories. So muscle tissue is metabolically active, is expensive for the body. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest. If I'm sitting here doing this podcast and I have more muscle than somebody else who's doing the same damn thing, I'm burning more calories. I win. But having more muscle isn't just pretty. It actually helps you combat a sedentary lifestyle that a lot of Americans have. So if you are sitting at a desk 8 hours a day and you have more muscle tissue on you, it allows more flexibility in your nutrition. That's the reality. So when you focus on strength training, you're building that engine that keeps fat loss going even when you're not in the gym. And another thought that kind of goes off of this is you don't need to be in the gym 6-7 days a week in order to see results for 2 hours every single day. If you're doing nothing right now, do a full body strength training workout once a week. Then try to get it to 2 and then 3. And for the majority of people, 3 times a week full body is a phenomenal way to go, because you're able to be more consistent. You're not skipping whole muscle group days, because say you're doing like legs, back, chest, and every fucking Monday the meeting runs over, so every Monday you're missing legs, then your legs are gonna not grow. They're not gonna look good, right? You're gonna look like an upside down Dorito. And a full body routine for most people is just more sustainable for the average person. Now, if you're somebody who likes a full body split, or if you're somebody who likes the push-pull legs, really, at the end of the day, it comes down to volume over the week and consistency in what you feel like you enjoy and can adhere to the most. So don't overthink it. But do something. Strength train. Follow a program. Don't just go in there and wing it, because if you're winging it, you're going to get random results. You need to focus on strength training with effort and intent behind what you're doing. The amount of times I've worked in gyms for a very long time, and the amount of times I would see the same fucking people on the same fucking machine doing the same damn weight, barely looking like they're trying. You have to push yourself. Don't be afraid. Push the weight. Focus on form, but don't allow your focus on form to restrict you from pushing the load. Be smart. Push your body and actually train like you want to build muscle, not just to check off a box. So here's where I want you to reframe. Cardio burns calories, muscle burns fat. You don't need to just move more, you need to lift heavier. The body you want isn't built on the treadmill, it's built under a barbell. Belief number 3 is I just need more discipline. And I get this one a lot. I get people in my DMs all the time asking, well, I just need to be more disciplined. I'm just not disciplined. I need your discipline. Shush. I wasn't born with discipline. Nobody was born with discipline. Most people in this mindset already have plenty of discipline. You have plenty of discipline. You just lack the direction with your discipline. You're tracking calories, you're hitting workouts, you're pushing through exhaustion. And the problem isn't effort, it's execution. Discipline without strategy is just suffering. You can be the hardest worker in the room and still stay stuck if you're following a plan that keeps your body in survival mode. True discipline is knowing when to push and knowing when to pivot. It's being humble enough to unlearn what doesn't serve you. So sometimes that means eating more, lifting instead of running, or taking rest days even when your body is screaming at you, telling you that you're a lazy piece of shit. So I want you to reframe this from, I need more discipline, to you don't need to grind harder. I hate that word grind, but I know that a lot of people understand. You don't need to grind harder. You need to grind smarter. You don't need to work harder. You need to work smarter. You already have discipline. Now it's just time to apply it to a plan that actually respects your physiology. Belief number 4. This is a big one. If I take a rest day, I'll lose progress. First of all, if you are one of those people who say, I don't need a rest day, you're not training hard enough on your training days. Period. End of story. If you feel like you don't need a rest day, you're not training hard enough. I get to my rest day, I don't even want to fucking walk into my gym. Because my body's like, thank Lord we've made it. And this one runs deep because rest feels like the opposite of effort. And you've been told your entire life that effort equals progress. But what actually changes your body isn't the workout itself, it's how your body recovers from it. So I want you to think about, and this is how it helped me, my rest days, that's the day where I truly earn progress. Rest days is the day of results. When you train, you break muscle down. When you rest, your body repairs it stronger. If you skip that step too often, you end up chronically fatigued, inflamed, plateaued, and probably going to be injured. Your central nervous system, your hormones, and your immune system all need downtime to perform at a high level. And mentally, rest days remind you that your worth isn't measured by how busy or exhausted you are. So I want you to reframe this from, if I take a rest day, I'll lose progress, to progress happens in recovery. The strongest people, the strongest athletes aren't the ones who train the hardest, they're the ones who recover the best. Rest isn't a reward, it's part of the process. So those are 4 of the biggest limiting beliefs that keep you stuck. And I'm sure you can relate to at least one, if not all of them. Now, part 3, the final part, kind of bringing it all together, is strategies that actually work. So step 1, nutrition. I want you to eat to perform, not to punish. So I want you to focus not on restriction, but addition. I want you to focus on protein first, eating 1 gram per pound of your body weight in protein. I want you to add carbs around your training and recovery. Don't be afraid of carbs. Carbs are not why you're gaining weight. And I want you to stop fearing fat. It regulates hormones and drives fat loss. Protein and fats are essential nutrients. Carbs are your energy. Carbs help you recover. None of these things should be feared because they are all helping you build the body and the metabolism that you want. Step 2, lift heavy. Prioritize compound movements like your squats, your deadlifts, your overhead press, your bench press, barbell rows, pull-ups. Prioritize those movements 3 to 4 times a week. Track your progress in reps, in load, and in form, not in calories burned. I don't even want you to fucking look at your watch. Track your progress in reps. Did I get more reps than last week? Did I use more weight than last week? Is my form a little bit better than last week? Am I moving it more efficiently? Building muscle is the fastest way to change how your body looks and feels. Don't just guess. Get on a program. If you need one-on-one individual programming, shoot me an email. My email's down below. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm always more than willing to help people build out a program for themselves. All of my clients, they use programming that I develop for them, specifically individualized for them based on where they're at, so they don't even need to fucking think about it. Step 3, manage your stress and sleep like it's your job. Woo, this one is the hardest one for most people. Cortisol kills results faster than bad macros. Sometimes. Cortisol kills results, though, for a lot of you people who are listening to this because you're like so fucking dialed with your macros. But cortisol is going to kill you. 7 to 8 hours of real sleep, not time in bed, real sleep, and a consistent bedtime routine matter more than another HIIT workout session. Most of you aren't doing HIIT the correct way anyway. But if you're just waking up earlier, going to bed later in order to grind more, work harder, you're literally stepping over $100 bills to pick up pennies. Focus on your fucking sleep. Step 4, play the long game. Reverse dieting and building your metabolism, building muscle, it takes time. So stop chasing an 8-week transformation program when you've been undoing years of restricting. I hate fucking challenges. I hate 8-week challenge. I used to do them. I used to run them. And I hate them. And I never will run another one because they are not effective. You don't need another 8-week challenge. You don't need another 75 hard. You need a fucking lifestyle change. And what I want to leave you with today is 1, please share this episode of the podcast because I want to get this podcast out there for everyone. I don't run ads. I don't advertise this at all. I don't monetize this at all. I just want to fucking help people. So get this message out so we can build the mission in the podcast. But you don't need to work harder. You need to work smarter and you need to have more self-respect for you. Your body's not fighting you. It's protecting you. And when you finally start feeding it, training it with purpose and giving it time to adapt, it will respond. You just need to give it time. Every single time it will. You just need to be patient with this process and trust it. But you've got to stop expecting results from the same habits that broke your body in the first place. So if this hits home, like I said, share it with the person who keeps saying, I've tried everything, because you haven't tried this. Rebuilding your mindset first. And if you're ready to go deeper, or if you ever need help, shoot me a message on Instagram. Let's have a conversation. But outside of that, go out and do one thing that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be.